Hey there YouTube, this is Jale coming again, and I'm just going to do this quick video on a problem that a lot of people seem to have on Windows 10. Not everyone apparently, but a few people. So I have Seinarukana here, and I go to launch it. Okay, so I broke it, so it's going to break. Here we have an error. Really small, probably can't really see it because resolutions, but an error has occurred. hr8876086f. Is that an F? Oh, 6c. I don't know why that's so hard to read. Okay, so this error shows up and the game closes. The first time you launch it, it will probably launch in windowed mode. If you switch to full screen mode and then it'll go black, you have to force close the program, you launch it again, it basically looks like it broke forever, but that's not the case. So what I have been doing to fix this is pretty, it's convoluted, but it works every time, and you get it fixed. There's a few people who say if you go in here and change the properties in the compatibility mode, you can change it to reduce color mode. You can do this. This does work to launch the game. Just to demonstrate it. It forces it into mode, and it launches. It's probably going to be really small in the video, but it does launch this way, and you can play it. I don't think this is ideal because you're forced to use full screen mode. You cannot change the mode after doing this. So it's not ideal, but you can play the game. It's quick and easy. It'll launch every time after you do that. So that forces it into full screen mode. Did this program work correctly? No, that's fine. Cancel. Now, once I do that, I have changed it to launch it in full screen mode. It was trying to launch it in windowed mode before. Now it's going to try to launch it in full screen mode because it knows to do that. Now there's a couple ways of forcing full screen mode. That is one of them. The way I have been doing it previously before I learned about that was to go into display settings, make sure this is my display, and then changing the resolution down to 800 by 600. If you do that, keep the changes. Tiny monitor now. But doing this also forces it into full screen mode. Once you have it forced to launch in full screen mode, oops, give me the game back. You still can't change the mode, but what we can do now is we can exit the game and display settings. Go back and make this monitor as big as we want. Whatever resolution you want to go with. Keep those changes. Now, either way I think works. So I'll test the other way because I know for sure this way works. I don't know if the color mode works for keeping it stuck in full screen mode, but we launch it now in full screen mode. And the game launches fine. No matter what resolution you have, it'll launch now that it knows to launch in full screen mode. But if we don't have that box tick to keep it forced for color mode and we're not in a resolution that's too small, we can go back into windowed mode now. So now we have Seinarukana in windowed mode. Now, if you close this while it's like this, we broke it again. We'll have to do this again. So you can play, do whatever you want, and then when you're done, go back into full screen mode, and then kill the game. Now it's not broken. I can launch it again and it'll work just fine. Just demonstrate that. Okay, and then to demonstrate that we can break it that way. Really easy. If you forget, it will be broken again. As easy as that. Totally borked. And we have to go through that process again to get it to launch. Now, I haven't tried to verify this, that going into this mode Yep, that's fine. So I know this launches it in full screen mode, but I don't know if it changes the settings for it. Dang it. Misclicked. I have 2 monitors and I just clicked off the monitor. So kill it. Change the properties back. Close that. So if this does work, that's probably the easier way of doing it. Yeah, okay, so forcing it to launch with the color changes is an easy way of doing that. Now this does work with Steam as well. You have to do it a little different. This is currently using the JAST version, which I also have. In Steam, you would need to pull up the game. I've just been in a conversation with a guy about this on the forum. But just pull up the games, install folder, browse local files, and you can do it here to force it into full screen mode using this here. And I just leave this open while you do that, and then you can change it and get back, and it'll work fine after you do that. So if you're having this problem, that's how you can fix it. If there's ever a patch, that'd be great. But apparently not everyone is having this problem, but for those of you that do, I don't know, like 2 people in the whole world maybe, since this game is super not popular, but it should be. Anyway, that's how you do it. Peace.